Hey guys, this is John. Sorry the aspect ratio is kind of messed up in this. I thought it might be appropriate to wear my Deadpool shirt today, considering that, you know, I have issues apparently, and I'm a crazy guy on the internet, right? And I'm the guy who's threatening Sarah Dees and her artist trying to make a living creating art group, and they're going to call the cops on me, and they're going to take down my profile, and all kinds of beautiful threats that these people have made against me and have done over the last 24 to 48 hours that this has popped off. To be honest with you, this is something that just came to mind, and I threw it out there, and immediately the blowback and implosion of this person's mentality was apparent. I think it's time now to kind of stop the jokes for a second and to kind of talk to you face to face or directly about what is happening here. Yesterday I made that video where I was wearing the balaclava, which you can see here, and it was jokey and all that stuff, and I even went out of my way in the video to make clear that I was not communicating threats to this person, and it was just a symbol of what was going on. The things happened. She threatened to call the police on me. She said that she was going to call the police. She pulled every artist she knew throughout the groups, everything. She, implored them to not talk to me. She used her powers to basically lock me off and isolate me and targeted me for abuse from her associates. They followed me across social media. At least one of them has started targeting the YouTube page and making comments. I was a part of another group called the Cult of Sandy, and immediately those people ran away. Immediately they turned against me. Immediately they said just because of one video that she was threatening to destroy their entire group. And those people ran and they disassociated themselves with me, and that's typical. That's typical of people who are, snakes online. And I'm using this forum now. It's not just a war against this art group, which has been around for years and cultivated hundreds of thousands of members. I'm using this as basically a social media campaign now to reform Facebook, to handle all the issues that I see with Facebook as a whole, with groups and everything like that. So starting from this moment forward, the war on the artist making a living, trying to make a living creating art page is continuing. Starting from this moment forward, though, I will be creating my own group that will be essentially a group of cultivated members who will help police Facebook and get to the ownership of Facebook to stop people like her and to take away their powers immediately if they abuse them. The thing you have to understand about Facebook is, first of all, I'm not new to Facebook. This profile's new, but I've been around on Facebook and in the arts community for no less than, fucking 10 years, at least 5-6 years. But, maybe about 7 years, right? Through various profiles and stuff like that. And I've had some problems in my life. I'm not going to lie to you. I had some very public breakdowns where I was very open and honest about my suicide attempts. And, I lost my way a couple of years ago. I'm not going to lie to you. But that fucking happens, kids. Life happens to people. People have public breakdowns all the time. And at least I have, the fortitude, I suppose, to just say what's going on with me and not be afraid. I don't believe that people should hide social, problems. People shouldn't hide, suicide or who they are or anything. If you're an overweight woman, if you're an overweight guy, if you are anything that is not considered normal in this society, being on Facebook alone and social media can be an open door for people to abuse you constantly, to criticize you, to pick on you. And this all goes to the broader spectrum of my life in general, because when I grew up, I wasn't a popular kid. I wasn't, I wasn't accepted. I was always put in the position of being the underdog and the cast out, even amongst outcasts. I was always pushed away. And that is exactly why I'm doing this now. Because, to make it clear, there was some things that happened in the last 2 weeks that showed me I was being targeted by her. I put in the video that I was declaring the first shots, but actually she declared the first shots when she chose to select me as an example. And how she did that was I had 2 profiles. The first profile was an Illusion Comics profile. The second profile was Tengu Press, the profile I have here. This is my own independent comic company, and the old profile I had was a co-opted company profile with my cousin, who I no longer associate with and I've cut ties with. Now, during that time, I posted a couple of things in the group that admittedly I knew had like 1 cuss word in them. Now, this is the thing you got to understand about this woman. She does not allow cussing in her group. She controls people. She tries to control artists and people as a god. She sees herself as a god. She's basically used her Facebook group over the years to develop sicknesses of, that she has a cult and a following and all this. And she selected me. She sent me a message saying she didn't remember who I was, and I sent a very nice message, which I got rid of because, to be honest with you, up until 24 to 48 hours ago, I didn't know I was going to do this. And I just kind of went through my impulse to attack and to start this because I was being targeted. And not only that, a friend of hers, Celia the Great, an artist online, you may have association with her, you may not, I don't care. She sent private messages I sent to her to Sarah. Now, the only important thing about that is Sarah had told me that she no longer associates with Celia. And she directly lied to me to get Celia to, I guess, spy on me or something. I mean, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy, dude. And some of you people may not believe me when I say that there is a network. This woman has developed networks of people to spy and control social media. Anybody who's ever spoken out against her, anybody who's ever said anything has faced resistance, blowback, and abuse from her and her followers. This is not something new. This is actually like that group has inspired so many counter groups that it ain't even funny. And even right now, my ally in this war, the person that has basically said, I got your back, is now within 48 hours facing abuse, blowback, and segregation because of this. Now, why am I going to take this to the next level? Well, I think it's important because it's not just been with this group. Make no mistake, the only reason why I'm even targeting this group is because, number one, it is a very large group that impacts a very large community that is directly related to me, which is the arts. She has abused her power for years, manipulated people. She has maybe even caused young kids, young people, older people to leave the arts because of the drama, the segregation, and everything else. Going back a couple of years ago, I met a woman named Xanthi Crisados, and we started talking, and we had a very good friendship. And then because of my mental disorders, I separated myself from her. She is a very beautiful and talented woman. She's an older woman. And there was a lot of shit that she told me at that time years ago about Sarah that I did not realize were that prevalent. And to be honest with you, I was never completely hardcore active in the group. Every time, though, I seen, somebody's real art that impacted me and I thought was legitimate or something like that, I gave healthy comments. I gave healthy critique, meaning I more or less focused on everything they were doing great and what they were doing good with their work, and I left it at that. Never once have I asked for favors from these people. Never once have I asked for favoritism from these people. I had offers, though. Some of her agenda seekers and some of her people offered me favors to allow me to do things in the group that, wouldn't be regular for other users. And that's when I became aware of the network of, people. And to put an exact timeline on it, I posted a piece that was, and I'm referencing this because the post blew up in the group. It was a Sandeep piece. It was a Sandeep hand turkey piece. And essentially, people just blew the damn post up. People loved it. People hated it. And it caused her a lot of work. A lot of work, and her admins a lot of work, which is what they don't want to do. They don't want to work for a living. They want to fucking sit on their ass on Facebook and control their social club. And specifically targeting this group where it says artists trying to make a living creating art, it's not about artists making a living creating art, it's about them making a living creating art. And it's about those that they select that are their kind of people to be promoted, to be, those who cow down and follow the rules and don't push back and don't use their artistic vision in the way they see fit will be rewarded. They will have people upvote their post in the group. They will select their post. And those who appeal to her and her twisted, fucked up vision of the world are the ones who get favorited. Now, do you think that's fair? Do you think that's right? Do you think that's, normal? It's not. It's the fucking not. And once again, I'm not going to mention the young lady's name or the group name for that matter now, because this has just become very serious very fast in my life. This woman is threatening police, prosecution for me, everything else. Now, here's the problem, kids. You can't arrest somebody for saying their opinion anymore, or ever in America. It's protected by the freedoms of speech, okay? I can call you a cunt. I can call you a dumbass. I can call you a fucking idiot. And guess what? There's nothing the cops can do to me because it's not directly threatening you. I would have to communicate a direct threat toward your life, your safety, or anything else. Threatening to destroy a social media group by social media means is not a legitimate threat. It's not something that will be followed up by authorities. I'm confident of that. Because she said, round about 20 some odd hours ago, she claimed that they were going to contact the authorities on me. Well, am I in jail right now? And people are so ignorant and people are so goddamn, wrapped up in the Facebook virtual reality that they don't understand that shit's not legal. That shit's not, in no way, shape, or form do you have a legal backing to arrest me off of saying something online. And if you do, the country's fucking lost. Okay, and I will pack my bags and walk the fuck out of here, within the next couple of months. Fuck America if that's the case. Because the American Constitution, the American law as it stands, protects me. It protects me to say you're a fucking dumbass and you're a cunt. It protects me to say that about the president. I'm going to wrap this up because the video is getting a little long. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. At this point right now, I need to kind of tighten this shit up a little bit because it's kind of spinning off the rails. And I want to tell you guys that this is Brawden. She is a target of accountability. Karma will catch up with her. There's plenty of people out there she's abused over the years who don't like her. This is a long time coming. This is something that people have been trying to do for years to damage her, to take down that group, to fucking make things right. And I hope to God I succeed in my vision and my message. And right now, my appeal to everybody is do not associate with me in direct relation to this unless you are ready to be abused on social media. Meaning her followers will say anything, do anything, I'm confident, and try to manipulate you in any way, shape, or form to keep quiet. And this is the same fucking thing tyrants do all over the place. Look at our president. This is what our president, Donald Trump, is doing right now. Anybody who dissents in opinion is going to be targeted for shaming publicly. And I'm okay of being shamed publicly. Anything you say to me, anything you try to tell me about I'm an ugly person, I'm a piece of shit, whatever, that's fine because I already think that about myself anyway. So how are you going to affect me? You can't beat me by that. You can't beat me by any legitimate evidence of me being a bad person. You can't beat me by backhanded, backstabbing ways like they do. You can't. And the thing is, at the end of the day, I feel sorry for Sarah because she's let this fucking group manipulate her mind, which she is a smart woman. She is a good person, I think, at heart, but she's used this group and became sick. She's sick in the fucking head. She is a sick woman who's developed these people and abuse these people who are frankly better at her than, better at social media than she is. Young people. Celia, I talk shit about her, but make no mistake, I respect Celia because she has balls. She has more balls than Sarah. She has more abilities to do things across social media than Sarah does. And that's truly one of the sad parts, is I feel like Celia is her lapdog. And she is an artist that I actually respected and, honestly cared for, in the respect of she's a ballsy, no shit kind of woman and no shit kind of person. And I like that. But it's not about liking. It's not about what you want. It's not about my own personal gain. It's about the reform and the change that Facebook needs. It's about social media being used to abuse and control people, to take away your freedoms, to take away your right to say what you want to when you want to. These groups on Facebook have become little dictatorships. And the last thing I'm going to say to you guys is simple, okay? This woman, her following, all this shit is not a problem, kids. It's practice. It's fucking practice. It's practice for change starts here, and then I take this shit out into the real world and we change the American democracy. I will follow all legal, perfectly sane, perfectly, honest means to dismantle this woman, her group, and take away her powers as a leader of a group, because she deserves it and she has abused it for years. I thank you guys for your support. Thank you for watching this long ass video. I appreciate you. Thank you for standing by me in this time. We're just getting started. I'm in the middle of moving, so I'm doing other shit while doing this. But this video was just to directly address the issues of why I'm doing what I'm doing, hopefully, and make it more clear to some of you who are lurking my YouTube and lurking other social media things, waiting for evidence. Evidence is not going to come to you because I'm protected by freedom of speech. And that's it. And as long as I'm not threatening somebody's life, which I am not, me, Jonathan Montgomery, as of right now, I am not making any direct threats toward the physical harm of any of these people. And anybody on Facebook, YouTube, admins, administrators, owners, please see this video. Please see this message. And please start to make changes on your websites to control and regulate groups, and make something to where people can report groups for abuse anonymously, safely. And it may already be out there, but the chains of command have failed. Every time I try to message Facebook about an issue, I never hear back from them. There's never any goddamn direct communication, nothing. So, in a lawless land, man must develop his own law to survive. And that is what I'm going to do by creating my group, my philanthropic efforts, and my social media campaign to hold these people accountable and to limit their control over social media and the abuses of young, old, black, gay, minorities, majorities, everybody. Thank you guys for this, and I will keep you posted as things come along. I may be going offline for a bit because I got to move. It's not because I've been arrested, and it's not because this bitch got anything over on me. So take care, guys, and I'll see you when I come back. And let's see what the shit show develops over the next couple weeks. I appreciate you. Have a good one. Daddy loves you. Bye.